Hello everyone, welcome back to Paracord Planet. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a bracelet tutorial. It's called the Track Knot Bracelet. It's by a paracorder on Instagram. We'll put a link to his profile down in the description. I would butcher his name if I tried pronouncing it, so I'm not even going to try. So one of the reasons I like this bracelet pattern is because it looks really good in even one color. And so if you only have one color paracord lying around, this is a great bracelet to make. It just has some great texture in it. So all you'll need for this paracord bracelet is 16 to 18 feet of 550 paracord. I've got color dark digital camo. And then I'm using a 5/8 inch buckle. Since it's a 4-strand core, we want that extra width. And then I have a paracord jig because it's really important to keep the center strands straight as we weave on this one. Let's dive in. The setup for this bracelet is a little bit different, as we're going to be making the core of the bracelet in one end of the paracord rather than the middle. So we'll put our buckle on the jig. And then taking one end, we're going to bring it through that top end, down to the bottom. We want to grab plenty of slack for this, since we'll be going back and forth 4 times. And then we'll go down through that bottom buckle, towards the outside, across the top, and up through the bottom of that buckle. This is just making a cow hitch in one end of the cord. So that it looks like, once we get our twists out, looks like a normal cow hitch. So then we'll bring it back up to the top and do another one of those. So that's down, to the right, over the top, up, and through the loop. Pull our slack through. You don't have to tighten things down quite yet because we're going to adjust where the end of our cord is once we know that we have enough. Then we'll go down to the bottom again, through the top of the buckle, up to the right, across the top, up through the bottom, then once more up to the top, and we'll thread that down through the top of the buckle one more time. So then back at the top, we have one more knot to tie in both of these cords before we're done, and then we'll adjust and start on the weave. So in this cord over here, we've got a short end. We're going to bring it up to the outside, over the top, and leaving a loop right there, we're going to bring the end through, just like that. And we'll just cinch that down right by the end so that we don't waste any cord. Then we'll pull up the slack all the way through until it comes out this end. So once you've pulled all of your center strands tight, we're going to tie this same knot over on our right side. So we'll go to the outside, across that one cord, and pull our slack through this loop right here. And then what we want to do to make sure that this strand is pulled tight, where it comes through, we're just going to hold that with our finger, pinch it like that, and then pull this knot tight. Now we're ready to begin our weave. The weave for this bracelet is actually pretty easy once you get the setup in place. It just takes a little bit longer to pull that long cord all the way through since all of our slack is on that same side. So we'll take that end, lay it across the top, and then we'll come up through here, so below our crossing point, and then go up the same row, so in between the first cord and the second cord, and go down through here. And then we're just going to keep on doing that between each cord. So now up through the very middle of the bracelet, and then down through the same once we cross over that crisscross piece, and then that last gap as well. So when it's tightened down, it looks like this. So we'll slide that up to the top, and pull our slack through, and then move on to the next row. But that's really all there is to it. And there's our first row done. Here's what the pattern looks like once we've made a few more. So it kind of has that tire tread look. That's a little bit darker there, but there you go, you can see it. So we're just going to keep on doing that pattern over and over again until we get to the end. And then it'll be pretty easy to finish off that one cord. So we'll just take our one cord, sticking out the side of the bracelet as it was in that first step, lay it across the top, and then do our wraps. Alright, so there's really not a whole lot to explain in how to finish this one off. We're just going to clip the ends and melt them where they are. Towards the end, it gets pretty tight to fit those cords through, so if you have a set of fids, that's of course a great idea. I was able to slide my weave down, do my last couple knots, and then kind of slide it back down to cover the little bit of gap at the end. But however you want to do that is fine. We'll get it off for a jig and finish it up. As for cord left over, this one actually ended up using 13 feet of paracord, so my estimate of 16 was just a little bit high based on my per inch measurement that I had added up. So if you want to save cord, you can maybe push it with your 13, but I would suggest going with like a 14 feet just to have a little bit of extra in case your knots are different tightness than mine or your wrist is a different size. So I really like how this one turned out. It's less bulky than I thought it would be actually, with the wrapping the cord around the center strands like we did. Oftentimes those ones end up pretty bulky and I wouldn't end up wearing them even if I like the look. But this one I would actually wear. The 1 inch bigger than your wrist measurement was perfect for this one. I've got a 7-inch wrist and I usually make an 8-inch bracelet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like or a comment. As always, we put links in the description to where you can find paracord and the other supplies that we use. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.